Hi everybody, welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Laura. We have Taz next door. Oh, she hasn't mic'd herself up yet, but she's saying hello to everybody. Oh, come on, come on.
Hello, everybody.
Do you know what I love about when Taz says hello? It's like the way she speaks to me and then the way she says hello is like when your mum answers the phone and puts her like telephone voice on. That's how she'll answer the phone to you. But yes, it is. Right, yeah, I'm really excited to show you the Petals and Threads collection. We launched this yesterday on Carnation Crafts TV. It is the last day with this today, and 70% of the collection has gone already. So if you want to grab it while we've got it at that show price for you, then today is going to be the day for you. You're obviously going to get free P&P with this as well. So it's a great way to add in your essentials, add in your glue, add in your cut tidy, add in your pro print and your perfect papers with this as well. But let me just go through what you're going to get in here, because this is such a beautiful collection and you get a lot in here as well. So I'm going to pull this forward first of all so you can see. This is the composure card shape. Now look at that. It is absolutely stunning. You have got roses, you've got hydrangeas, you've got, I know it begins with G. Gerbera. Oh, I almost did it. Almost. I was so close. It'll stick with me for the rest of the day, okay? And then you've got gerberas in there as well. Now you've got two different size roses. You've got two different size and colours in the gerberas as well. But look at that. You've got so much and this is just one of the dies that you are getting. You've got that absolutely stunning doily card shape there as well. You've got all of the mats and layers in there as well, so you can build those up to make stunning card bases like that, or you can bring them in and use them like doilies on your card shapes as well. So there's so many different ways of using them, and just look how stunning they look, just built up mats and layers with your cardstock. They look absolutely stunning. So that's one. Now if we go over this way first, you've also got the teapot, and I love the fact you've got the lid. I absolutely adore the fact you've got the lid, even though they could have looked at it and think, well, do you know what, we're bringing it with florals, you're going to put the florals in there anyway. No, they've added in the lid as well, so you could use that completely separately away from the flowers. Do you know what I've just thought? You could use the small doily on there like a teapot doily and have the teapot with the lid on, and then just have like, have you got time for a cuppa? It'll just be like a little, you know, like a tea themed card instead of going in with the florals. But anyway, you've got the pail in there, and then you've got that stunning vase. Again, you've got the cork that you could put on top of that, or you've got those like scented sticks that you could have coming out of the vase as well. So you've got different ways of using those. Then you've got the elongated apertures here. Now these are absolutely stunning. You could use these like this, so as an aperture on its own. You can use them with the mats and layers. Build up those mats and layers, and it just adds a different effect to your projects straight away. And you could bring in, use them just as borders. Use them at the bottom of your card and pop your sentiments in them. They look absolutely stunning. And then we've got our proud leaves. Now I'm just going to grab that card again, so you can see that. So you could use, you can die cut it once, you could multiple cut it on your cards and projects as well. Oh, where are you going? Look at that. And can you see? You can see there. Great work by Miss Taz. Look at the embossed detail on the leaves. You've even got embossed details. So they're going to cut out and they're going to leave the cut line but there. So these will just stick out of your projects. Look, you can see the background paper underneath. They work absolutely stunning. Or you could have them like this, like a border, just cutting them out once. The other nice thing you can do with these as well is you can intertwine the florals, bear with, like this one. You can tuck the flowers in those leaves as, oh, she's coming in. It didn't go, it didn't go. You can tuck in the flowers behind those petals How pretty does that look? And that's with background paper as well. So you can see there. Then we've got our sentiments. I absolutely love these. So you've got Scent with Happiness, Scent with Love, and You Are Wonderful. So they're really like inspiring, uplifting sentiments that you've got there. They're a really nice size as well, but we'll show you everything on the board so you can see exactly what it is you are getting. So this is the doily shape to start off with. So you've got your card shape. It is absolutely stunning. This is it cut out in purple and white, and look how detailed that is. You've got the smaller one, you can see they're separating them. So you've got the different sizes that you could use on their own or make a complete card with them. They are absolutely stunning. You've even got the vignettes for the doilies. So you've got shading in the lace. Oh, she's coming in. She's trying. Computer says no. Oh, no, it's going. Here she comes. So you've even got shading in there. So it looks as if you've got almost like fold lines where you've got that. Even things like that, you have got the vignettes for. Obviously, check out the pro print paper because you want to be printing them on there to be able to cut these out. So that's part of the first die. Oh, she's coming in again. Now look at this one. So these are your florals. So you've got your hydrangeas, your 2 different size roses in 2 different colorways, and your gerberas in 2 different colorways and 2 different sizes as well. So you can mix these up. Now, one of the things I was saying yesterday, like with these gerberas, so this bit is going to decoupage on, but you could use those separately. So if you wanted a smaller one as a tuck in, use them separately as well. But you've got these stunning, I can't remember what it was called, what was it? Eucalyptus leaves as well. So you can use that to actually decorate with these. And obviously that has been designed perfectly in shape with this doily die. So that will fit perfectly. And the lovely thing as well, because you've got the mirrored vignettes, you can have it going both ways. So you could have one going that way and one going that way as well, because you're going to have the opposite with the mirrored vignettes. So this is all, and you can see you've got sprigs as well, you've got leaves to pop behind them, and you've even got stems as well that you could pop the flowers onto. So then we go on to the vase. Now you've got this stunning vase here. I said you could use these like scented sticks. You've got the cork that you could pop in the top. You've got the bucket. Now this, I was saying yesterday, if you bought the Welcome to the Farm, I can just see the little Highland cow baby's head poking out of that, or the little lamb. You could pop other things in there. So think about other collections you're going to be able to use this for, because this collection to me, it's the first collection in 2025, and I feel like it's probably going to be the most versatile collection that we've got. This is going to just go with absolutely every collection that you have got at home. You've got everything on here, and this works for absolutely every occasion. There's no occasion you can look at with these dies that you can't think of the occasion that would not be covered with this. So next one, we've got our proud leaves. So this, like I said, is going to cut into your projects, but it doesn't cut out. So you can manipulate these, you can mold these, so they're going to stay in the center, and then you can have them sticking out. So they're going to completely cut a strip of your project. Then you'll see how you can just pop these and you can have them sticking out of your card bases. But again, one of the things I was saying yesterday, if you were making a big wreath, there's nothing to stop you actually pulling these out. If you cut them out in green or you cut them out in white, whatever color you needed them to be, and you could tuck them behind your flowers. So if you want more foliage to go behind your florals, you could use them as singular leaves as well. But how pretty does that look? And you've got those in 2 different styles as well, so you can mix and match those up. Then we've got our apertures. These are stunning. So we've got our straight one, and you can see they've got cut lines going around the edges as well. Now these ones have been matted up with the matte layers that you've got there, so you can see what they're going to look at. But you can also leave them if you want to as an aperture. Like this is one of the demos that we did yesterday, and you can see I put those proud leaves behind there and just pulled the ones out that would actually go over the aperture, so it just draws your eye in. But it adds so much texture. Do you know, having those like that adds so much texture behind that aperture. It works so well. And then our last board is our sentiments. I absolutely adore these. You've got Sent with Love, Sent with Happiness, and You Are Wonderful. So these could be get well soon cards, they could be Mother's Day, they could be sympathy cards, they could be birthday cards, anniversary, wedding. There's so many ways that you can use these. You could cut these up as well if you want to, so you could cut out the scent with and just add the love on there, or the same with the happiness and with the joy. The font is different, so it's going to be really easy to just snip along that straight line, and you could snip the top bit off. So like this one, you can see they've been snipped off. They've still been used together, but in different colorways, so they're on different layers, and it just makes it look completely different, doesn't it? But equally, you've got the matte there as well, so if you want to matte them up, you can do that as well. But let's show you some of the samples that the design team have done, because they have worked so hard on them. But before I show you that, I'm just going to show you the perfect papers, because these are perfect papers. These have been pulled out obviously from the artwork in the vignettes, and they just make everything so effortless with this. So you've got 6 different colorways in here. It's 300 GSM. You're going to get 48 sheets. Now I'm just going to stick with this green for a minute just to show you, because you get a swirl effect. You get almost like a floral pattern, and then you're going to get 2 of your solids, and that's for all of the colorways. So you've got a lot in here to go with. And what I really like about this is even the pattern colors on the the more pastel colors, it's so subtle. It's not in your face. It's not one of those that you look at and you think, oh, how am I going to use that? It is absolutely stunning. So you can see you've got that dark green, you've got a dark and a light pink. Then you've got almost like a yellowy cream colour, and then you've got like the perfect cream. Look at that. So those are your colourways. They are absolutely stunning. And then if I just grab this sample, because there's one of almost every flower on there, and if I just pop that there, that goes with absolutely every colourway. It does not clash with anything. And what I love about the Perfect Papers is it makes me use colours that I'd probably struggle to put together without them. So like I know I could use this colour with any of those colours. Whereas if I was at home and I wanted to use a dark green with a very yellowy cream, I'd have to try and find 2 shades that were actually in the same shade range to work together. Not even to mention then I'd have to try and fit that in with the colour shades and the colours on the vignettes as well. This just eliminates all of that hard work for you. They are absolutely stunning. So let's show you some of the design team samples, because there's so many. I can tell that they've had such fun crafting with these, because there's so much. Right, to start off with, I'm going to show you some where they have used that large doily to actually make the card shape, which looks absolutely stunning. So this one's Pam, and do you know, I love the like simplicity of that with the white and the green. It just looks really clean and fresh, and with those florals as well. Sent with Happiness, that could be a sympathy card, that could be a Mother's Day card, that could be a birthday card, an anniversary card, a wedding card. It could be absolutely any occasion. Look at that. that could easily be a Mother's Day card. And do you know what I love? The colours in this. They're really calming. They're really soft colours. So these are perfect going into spring, going into summer. Equally, if you've got colours at home that are a bit more vibrant, these will fit in with those as well. So if you've got other florals that you're thinking, can I fit these in with them? Absolutely. Look at that one. So this is Janine on here, and this is all from the card shape and the sentiment. It's one flower, the leaf, the stem, the doily, and this is only 3 dies from that doily because it's only the large doily and the matte layers, and then one of the sentiments, not even using the matte. And then look at this one. So this is Fiona. Look at this. So this is using all of the layers. So not using those matte layers for the back, but using all of those smaller layers to build up the doily, and then pop in those flowers in there. So I think the only flower that's missing is the hydrangea and the other branch. The other branch. But apart from that, you've got a mix of the florals there, obviously, apart from that one. And don't forget as well, if you're watching these and you're thinking, oh, I love that card, I don't know if I'll be able to make that card, the design team post all of their cards. So you can look on our Carnation Crafts Facebook page or go over to our Facebook group. It's such a lovely group. Everybody in there is really friendly. And they post all of their samples in there as well. And they post them for you to have the inspiration. So you can like look at the picture, try and copy it, and it will just build your confidence as well. And you can do the same with me. So if you like any of the demos that I make, I used to do this as well, like take a screenshot and then just try and copy it. Because that's exactly where I used to be. I used to like take screenshots, and then I used to get the kit home and I think, I'm not going to be able to do that. And I'd like try and copy the card from screenshots and things. So, and it just builds your confidence up, and it gives you that boost of, do you know what, I've done that. I've made that exactly the same. So do things like that as well. And then we've got this one here. Oh, she's coming out, she's coming out. And that, I think, is absolutely stunning, because that's gone away from using it in that doily, so away from that circle shape, and not using it with the vase either. But how stunning does that look, just built up like that? And then the sentiment on the side. I think it looks absolutely stunning. And then I'm going to go one more. Look at this. This is Sue. And I think Sue has done... Now this, to me, this could be a perfect sympathy card. It's like the right amount of colour without being too much. And Taz is saying she instantly thought of wedding. It could be wedding or like an engagement. There's just so many ways. When you look at these, there's so many different ways you can use them. But you've got the proud leaves going down the side into that background paper, so you can see all the texture on there. You've got your flower with your sentiment. They are just absolutely stunning. Right, I'm going to get ready for my demo. Taz has got comments. Is that what you said?
Do. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So over on YouTube, we've got Michelle again, Inspirational Michelle, who says, hello guys, looking forward to another fab show. And then over on the Facebook, we've got Jane Foster, who says good morning to us.
Morning.
We've got Amanda, who says good morning, Laura and Taz. Wonderful collection. We've got Linda McLeod. Hello, Linda, who says good morning, Laura and Miss Taz.
Morning.
We've got Alison Ward, who's saying morning, ladies. Beautiful collection to start 2025. It still hasn't sunk in, it's 2025 yet.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like it. So.
I'm still living in 2020. Then we've got Linda Gregory, who says, morning both, just waiting for mine to arrive.
Oh, exciting.
Again, a beautiful collection. And then we've got Fiona Abbott as well, who's saying good morning, Laura and Taz.
Morning. Right, let's... I'm not even going to repeat that. Right. Right, I'm going to use the background paper for this. If you're wondering what I'm on about, it's just Just the normal of Taz being mean. Mean. Being mean, yes. You heard me. I said it. You're being mean. Right, so I've got some of my perfect papers. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out the doily. Now, like I've said, you've got so many mats and layers with this one. This is the second layer. Let me just grab it so I can show you instead of trying to explain. Oh, I've just pulled something out. So you have got the outside mat, and then you've got the center mat, and then you've got your doily that's going to sit in there as well. So if you want to make card shapes, this is how you're going to do it. So if you're looking at like the design team samples and thinking, you know, how have they made this? This is how you're going to do it. You're going to cut out that outside mat first to make the card base, which is that one. Then your mats and layers, then you're going to cut out the next size down, which is what I'm going to do now. Okay. Now, I absolutely love using my perfect papers, but one thing I do when I'm cutting out, because I do a lot of die cutting, as I'm sure all of you do at home as well. So my plates, they're not the best. They're not the best. And when you run something like this through, it doesn't matter what you do with your plates or how much you maneuver them, all of these cut lines in your plate will indent in your cardstock. So because obviously I'm going to use that, I might want to use the rest of that cardstock for a mat and layer. So I don't want to indent that. So instead of running the full sheet through, I'll cut it down. So whatever it is that I'm going to cut out, I'll cut it down. I couldn't tell if that... Do you know, it's so bright in here. I couldn't tell if the light was on or off, but it was, and I've just turned it off and then turned it back on. But you know, I checked. So yeah, so I will cut the cardstock, and then I know then that I've got that cardstock to use if I want to use it for a mat and layer. It's not going to have that kind of... You end up with like a slight emboss on it. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you do use it again. You might not even be able to tell. It also depends, like you will know at home your machine. Like if I pick that up now, can you slightly see the embossed detail on there? I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see that, Taz? Like it's not the end of the world, but it's just I've just got into the habit of doing it. It's just a me thing, but we all have our little habits, don't we? Well, I hope it's not just me anyway. Right, so let's start making our card. So I've got my card base, and then I've got the solid green. So this is from the Perfect Papers again. And then I've just popped on some of our foam tape that's also there. So like I said, this to me now, when I'm ordering something and I know I've got free P&P, is when I'm putting things like that in there. So I'm not paying £3 postage for, you know, your essential things that you know that you need, or you know you're running out of, and you think, oh, I need to order that before I run out. That's when I order stuff like my foam tape or my glue or my Pro Print or my Cut Tidy or anything like that I know. That's when I order it. So I've gone in with that solid green, and now I'm just going to go in with some of our smooth cardstock, which is just going to fit on there like that. So I've got my card base, and I've got that lovely dark green now framing that card. And then we're going to pop that in, and we're going to pop that doily on top. But I love that the background, like I said, it's so subtle. It works with things like this. It's not going to be, it's not too in your face. It doesn't, you know, draw your eye out or take away from the detail of the die. It just works with it effortlessly. So I'm just going to pop some tape on the back here, and then we're going to pop that doily on top, and I'm just going to add some foam on the back of here as well, so I can just pop these on at the same time. One of the things I always try and do is just add in foam pads or foam tape in between layers. It will make such a difference to your projects. just adding in some height, especially when you've got dyes like Carnation where they're giving you the metal layers and those detailed layers as well. It just makes such a difference. So that is just going to sit there like that. And then we're going to pop this stunning doily, and this one is cut out from the vignette as well. So I've used the Pro paper, and you'll see all of that texture detail going around. Oh, she's coming in. She's coming in. So can you see all of those lines? That is not in the die. Obviously you've got all of these detailed lines here, but that is your print. Absolutely stunning. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our pale. And right, let me just pull the tape off that. So we're going to add in this. So I'm going to add this in with some pin flare because I might end up moving this. Now if you are somebody at home and you're thinking, I've never used pin flare, we've all been there when you might not have used pin flare before. This collection, if there was ever something that I would say you need pin flare for, it would be this. Because like what I'm going to do now, I am going to add in the florals, and what I don't want to do is I want to be able to move them. I want to be able to tuck things under them, which is what I'm going to do, and pin flare lets you do that, but it also gives you such good dimension. And once you've shaped these, like if I shape that like that and went to stick it down, it's going to keep that shape because of the glue. If I put foam pads on there, it's just going to pull it back down flat. So it just works perfectly with this. Now if I was doing this at home, because somebody asked yesterday how I would do these if I was doing them at home. So what I would do is I would cut these out just like I have now. So have your flowers laid out like this on your desk or have them next to you. And then what I would do is just like place them roughly, just go in and just have fun, you know, wiggling them around and thinking, right, I'm going to put that there, and then bring in your leaf. So I want this there, and just go like this, and just like, you know, right, we'll add that in there. And this is what I would do at home, is just sit there like that. Just don't glue them, just go in and just roughly go in and just think about where you're going to place them. So do that, and then you've got an idea then of where you want to start gluing things in. So I'm going to pop this rose there first. So we need to go in with our decoupage, because you've got decoupage layers that you can pop on these as well. So I'm just going to use foam pads for speed. These foam pads, if you're looking at these and thinking they look familiar, this is from the Clean and Simple range. So you can get these on the website, and the smaller ones, I've got them here next to me as well, because they are the perfect size for the decoupage on these flowers. So we've got one layer there on our rose, and then you've got your next layer that I am going to use those smaller ones for. So you can see they just fit on there perfectly. It's like they've actually picked out these for them. Right, let's pop two on each side. So we've got that there. So this is the next layer onto our rose, and then I'm just going to show you, because the dimension that you get on these is just stunning. Pop that on there. Now look at that. How pretty does that look? And they're roses as well. Like I said, I'm not a huge florist, green fingered, however you want to call it. I know what a rose is. You know, roses can be for absolutely any occasion as well. Obviously, I know roses. They come in many colours. They're all roses. You can use them for, obviously, Valentine's Day is coming up. So if you are somebody that makes and sells and you do Valentine's Day cards, you know, Mother's Day cards, this collection is perfect for that. Now the leaves, like I just showed you, this is how they will come to you. But this one is slightly separate, so they are very, very easy to go in and just snip those away. Now I like doing this because I can then tuck these in where I want them to go and I'm not losing that leaf. So if I tuck that in there like that, that leaf is completely lost under that rose. But by doing this, I can tuck those leaves there. And then what I'm going to do is tuck this one for there. So I haven't wasted any of those leaves. So instead of me just going like that and tucking that into there and wasting that one, I've cut it and used it there, and it looks perfect. Now the same thing with the hydrangea. I've already popped the decoupage pass on this one, so we're going to stick this. I'm going to stick it under there. Like that. And then this one, we're going to do exactly the same thing. So you've got this part here, and that is just going to sit on there like that. And then this bit that I can't reach is gonna go on there like so. So you've got those layers there, and then pop some glue on the back, and then look at that, absolutely stunning. That is just going to sit there like that. Then I probably should have stuck this down first, but it's fine because we've got pin flare. This is going to go under there like that. See, now that, I've done that on purpose just to show you why you need your pin flare. Because I wouldn't have been able to done that if I'd have glued it down or if I used foam pads. So then we've got our gerbras. I'm on the ball. On the ball. 2025 is going to be the year that I learn about flowers. Look at that. And I tack that on there. Oh, I wonder if any crafters that are watching have got New Year's resolutions, like crafty New Year's resolutions. Maybe somebody's started a new, maybe Carnation is their new craft they're getting into. Maybe they've never tried. Oh, what if this is the year, are you going to a craft fair or like the NEC or something like that this year for the first time? Let us know. Do you know, I can remember going to the NEC for the first time. It was very exciting. Yeah. And you know, when you see people that were on the TV and you get to walk around and you get to see all the things that you see on TV, but you know, in real life for the first time, and you get to like, because it's always different, isn't it? Like, you know, when you look at these, but then when you get them home and you actually see the detail yourself with your own eyes, and you can really appreciate how much detail and things actually in there. And then all I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in that leaf there, and then we're going to go in with our sentiment. So let's just move that out of the way a minute. So I've cut out the matte for my sentiment in that same solid green from the Perfect Papers. So everything coordinates together. And then I'm going to go in with some of my everyday glue. And I've got Scent with Happiness cut out again with the Super Smooth, which is just absolutely stunning. And we're just going to put some glue on the back of here. And then that is going to mat on there perfectly. Pull that down. So that's going on there. And then we're going to pop that on our card. So I'm just going to use, because I've got different layers for that then, where our bucket is, I'm going to add some pin flare in, and I'm going to pop that right across the centre, like that. And there's our card complete. So we've used the sentiment, you've just seen, with the matte and layer there for Scent with Happiness. We've used the vase. We've used the vase die set. So we've used the bucket from that, cut out with the vignette. So I haven't even used the background matte for that. Then I've used the card shape. So I've only used one of the mats behind the larger doily and that doily shape to do that background. And then I've used one of the roses, because you've got another size rose in there as well. I've used two of the hydrangeas, and I've used two of the larger gerberas. Now you've also got two smaller ones in there as well. And then I've also used one of those little leaf sprays, and you've got three altogether in that set. So I haven't even used all of the flowers that you get on there, but look at the dimension that you get in that, and that's not even using everything that's in that set. So let me just pop the lid on my glue, because I'm a bit scared that it's gonna dry out. So Taz has got a comment quickly.
So Karen has very kindly got in contact with us.
Yes.
And she said, ordered the collection yesterday afternoon.
Oh, is it on its
and
way?
thought I'd be waiting a few days for it to arrive.
No.
But just got a message that it's been delivered soon today.
Oh, it looks like
Talk
that.
about fast service.
We always say though, don't we? It's always, because we launched this yesterday, the next day we will always get people messaging and saying that they're waiting for theirs to arrive today, which is just amazing. Because as soon as I'm terrible. Like, as soon as I order something, you press confirm order, and then you literally want to hear your doorbell go, don't you? When you want it there, then. We're just, yeah, no patience. It's like confirm order, and then you want to hear bing bing, and then it's there. But next day delivery is the next best thing, so we can't complain about that, can we? So look at this. I don't know where to go, Taz. There. It's like everywhere I went, there's a little bit of it not in shot. Right, so this is Pam's card. Now this is absolutely stunning. Oh, and I don't think I've mentioned yet, these background papers and insert you will probably find on our website free of charge. I'm not going to say they don't. Are they on there? I haven't even checked. They are on there. Okay. So you've got your background papers. So when you're going to go on there, so if you're sat at home waiting for it to get delivered today, or if you're going to order it today and you're going to get ready for it to maybe get delivered tomorrow, you can download the background papers, you can download inserts, and you can download the vignettes as well, free of charge. So you can print these out ready to go. So Pam has absolutely stunningly used the background papers here, but she's also used the proud leaves to make a border, and then has only used 2 roses, so the same rose, one of the hydrangeas, and then that leaf set, with one of the sentiments that she's cut in half and separated them in different colours. And how stunning does that look? Look at the dimension on that. That is a absolutely stunning card. And it's used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the dies that you've got in that complete collection. Then I really like this one. This is Barbara. How pretty is that? And that sentiment, so sent with love, that could be your Mother's Day, your Valentine's Day, your wedding, anniversary, just a birthday, get well soon, I'm thinking of you. Do you know what? You could even use these for like Easter cards. They're the right kind of colourway, aren't they, the flowers? So you could get away with these for Easter, spring. You could even mix these in with other florals as well. So you could use them through autumn, winter tones as well. They are just absolutely stunning. And Barbara has used 2 of the sentiments. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different dies there. When those florals you'll cut out all together, and then the bucket and then the sentiment you'll cut out. So that's potentially 3 passes of your die cutting machine, and you've made a card like that, which is absolutely stunning. Are you talking to me now? Are you talking to everybody? Oh! Yeah, so I was just saying about like different seasons that you could use these for. So Taz has just done her research and has just told me that each of these flowers bloom at different times of the year. So gerbera is apparently springtime. Hydrangeas are summertime. And roses are, I would never have guessed that roses are like an autumn flower. Oh, she's saying this is what the search engine is telling her. I'd have thought like roses would have been spring, summer. But like I said, I'm not very green fingered, so I don't really know. But so you can see how you could use them throughout the year. But I just think the colorways of them, they work so well. Even that, using the pink and the orange. Pink and orange would not be a colour that I would try and put together. But how perfectly do they work together? Bringing in the kettle as well. Like I said, you could use those on their own. Use those doilies as like my nan always used to have them when I was younger. She'd have like crocheted doilies that she would put like teacups on or the kettle on and things like that. So, you know, you could use them like that behind the kettle as well. Now this I think is so lovely by Sue. Well, I felt like it was that way, but Sue's written her name as if it goes that way. It could go either way though. Or like, if you're wondering, Taz was just like, what are you doing, Lauren? What are you doing? Because I think it was the wrong way. But Sue's written her name as if the card's that way. But I feel like it goes that way as well. It could go either way, couldn't it? Sue, if you're watching, let us know which way you want the card to go. I'm so sorry. Either way, it looks absolutely perfect. So you can see Sue's used the rose, the leaves. You've got the I can't remember what them ones were. Eucalyptus. She just left me hanging there, by the way. She just went, oh, just to you know. And then we've got those sprigs then with those buds ready to bloom in there. Now, Sue's also used the aperture, which looks absolutely stunning. Cut there. So this, if you're wondering what this cardstock is, if you are looking at this and thinking, I want to try and replicate this at home, it is the green gold Centura pearl, which we've also got on the website, so you can get that as well. It's like an antique brassy gold, but it's absolutely stunning because it doesn't look shiny until it just catches the light. It's very subtle, so it works really well with this collection. And then I'll do two more because there's another one I want to show you. So we've got one here by Pam. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. And that to me would be like the perfect card. You know, if somebody who, you know, they really like their cup of tea, like their cup of coffee, it just seems more central around that. You know, having the kettle there with the teapot, with the doilies there, just fits. And I love that you've got the lid. How pretty is that? Just having that little lid there, it just adds that extra little touch in. And then we'll go one more. Because how stunning is that? Pam's done that one for us. How pretty is that? You've got your vase there with those sticks in. So you've got the branches popped in there. So the hydrangeas are on the branches. You've got the little corks on the bottom, look, as if you've taken it off to pop those in. So Pam has used the smaller doily, the vase. Do you know what she's used? I think Pam's used two of the hydrangeas and then has used the decoupage just to tuck in behind there. So that's not even the full flower cut out. That's just the decoupage bit tucked in to look as if there's a third one behind there. And then the You Are Wonderful cut out in that lovely gold cardstock. So obviously I have told you what the design team have used, but obviously if you want to make those cards, you're going to have to grab our Petals and Threads collection that we've got today. This is our last show with this today. So we've only got 2 more shows after this one with this today. It did launch yesterday. It was extremely busy yesterday. We got to 70% of the stock had already gone, and we only did 3 shows yesterday as well. So we didn't, you know, we didn't do more shows than we did today. I couldn't get, my words were not working there. So it's been a really, really well received collection, which I am not surprised. I think it is absolutely stunning, and I think it is such a nice collection to go into the new year with, because I think it will work with so many different collections that you'll have already. And it's also so versatile. There's not a theme that I can think of that I wouldn't use this for. So we're going to jump straight into another demo because Taz is shouting in my ear about how long we've got left. She's getting angry now, and I don't like her when she's angry. She normally only gets angry at me when she hasn't eaten. All right, we're going to pop a little bit of foam on the back of our smooth white cardstock. So we've got this, and this is just going to add in a bit of height straight away, add in that little point of difference in our project. And then we've got our perfect papers. So this is that stunning one with the floral theme on there, and this is in that darker green colorway. Now this is just going to sit on there and give us that lovely frame for our cards. So that's going to go on there, and then we're going to pop this straight on to our card. So that is, check that's the right way. That's going to go on there like that. And now I feel like I should have probably cut this down first. Or did I cut it? I did not cut it, obviously. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to wing it. We're just going to go the full length. So we'll pop some foam on the back of here. And what I was going to do, or what I should have done, was pop this on the white cardstock first. So stuck this on there first, like that, and then I would have just trimmed the excess off. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to cut that perfectly now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it down, so it's like that, so it's the whole length of the card instead. So, you know, just go with it. Sometimes it's like you'll hear crafters say all the time, like, happy mistakes. And that's kind of what it is. You kind of just go with what you've got, and you'll end up thinking of a new idea, or it'll end up making you think of a different way of using something, and it just works really well. So there's no such thing as mistakes. Even though Taz would probably tell you that I make many of them. I love the fact she's telling me I wouldn't in my ear, but she's laughing so much I can barely hear the no in her voice when she's saying it. Right, so what I've done next, I wanted to try and use the doily shape a little bit differently. So I've got 3 of these smaller doilies. So this is the one that would fit in the center. So this is like the medium size one that will fit in the center of the larger one. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop these like that. So we're decorating the back of our card with the doily. So we're going to pop one at the top like that, one down the bottom, and I'm just using some pin flare just in case I just want to wiggle these around a bit, and that's going to go there, so I don't want it to grab straight away. Now we've got our bucket, and I'm going to stick that in last, because what we're going to do is kind of a bit similar to the card that we just showed, that was it Pam made? Yes, we're going to stick these branches down, and I'm going to just pop some pin flare on the bottom, because you're not going to see it because the bucket's going to be there. So that is going to go there like that, and then this one is going to go like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our hydrangeas, and we're going to stick these like that, so they're like on those branches. Pop in our decoupage bits as well, so you can add in your layers and really 3D these up, because you've got so many layers on here. They're just so fun to go in and add in all that height and dimension into these and really build those up. It's going to go there, and then we're going to add in another one on the end there. Pop this one on here. So just add in, get in all that height, all that dimension, and it really does. And especially if you're doing something like this, I've got a lot of white, so I've gone for more of a clean and simple look. Just adding in your decoupage bits like this, and adding in the height and that dimension and all that detail really does make the world of difference to your projects. If you made this and didn't add in any of the decoupage bits, and you're looking at it and you think, oh, it just looks a bit, it needs something, but I don't know what it does, what it needs, add in the decoupage layers and it will make the world of difference to your projects. So just add in, because you've got single flowers with these as well. So I've added in those 2 layers, but you've also got these single flowers that you can add in as well to add in more height. And then I've got one more to add in as well, because I always do 3s. It's a rule that I find works for me. Obviously, if it doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. But when I'm doing flowers, I always tend to work in 3s or 5s or like odd numbers. So we're going to add that one in there. I'm going to move this one up. See, now this is why I say about pin flare, because you can just wiggle them around and move them how you want them to be. And I'm going to add in this, and I'm just going to put the pin flare on one side because the other side is going to be tucked under there anyway. So I'll add that there like that. So that's going to go there. and then add our last layer here. So that is there like that. And then can add in our bucket next. So just use some Pinflair and just dome that slightly. So I've just put the Pinflair on the edges. That's gonna go there. And then, oh, I got one more flower. Let's add this one in, because why not? Pop that there like that. And then we've got our sentiment. So I've got the With Love, and I've got, so that's in that same dark green. So using the Perfect Papers. Again, I've cut out the matte for the Scent With Love. So we've got the same matte there coordinating in with the green in the card. So everything's working and pulling together. And then Scent With Love cut out in that smooth white. So that just works so well. It looks really fresh and clean, doesn't it? Just absolutely stunning. That's going to go there. And then, because I've got dome in that, I don't want to go in with my foam pads, because that's going to just flatten that down. So if I grab my card now and just pop that there like that, that's now going to dome with that bucket. So can you see the shape that I've got on that now? So, but I look at that and I think that could be a wedding card, a sympathy card, an engagement card, I'm thinking of you, a Mother's Day, a Valentine's card. There is just absolutely any occasion. It is such a versatile kit. It is absolutely stunning. So the full collection is the Petals and Threads collection. So if you've seen any of the samples that you like, any of the demos, you be quick, because I don't know how much of the stock will be left by the time we finish today, because 70% went when we came in this morning from yesterday, and we've been so busy, and I'm not surprised. The collection is absolutely stunning. If you're still on the fence, come back at 10, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. So if you want to come back at 12, me and Taz will be here at 12. So hopefully grab a cuppa, grab something warm. I hope you're nice and warm in your homes. So we will see you at 12 and then again at 2. So grab a cuppa and join us at 12. Bye.